Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. How many legs does a dog have if you call his tail a leg? 4. Saying that a tail is a leg doesn't make it a leg. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. We the people are the rightful masters of both Congress and the courts, not to overthrow the Constitution but to overthrow the men who pervert the Constitution. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Only 2 things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Anyone who doesn't take truth seriously in small matters cannot be trusted in large ones either. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? I live in that solitude which is painful in youth, but delicious in the years of maturity. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right, a single experiment can prove me wrong. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe, is as good as dead, his eyes are closed. It is strange to be known so universally and yet to be so lonely. Hope springs eternal in the human breast. Man never is, but always to be blessed. For forms of government let fools contest, whatever is best administered is best. Some people will never learn anything, for this reason, because they understand everything too soon. Be not the first by whom the new are tried, nor yet the last to lay the old aside. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Drink deep, or taste not the Pierian spring. Teach me to feel another's woe, to hide the fault I see, that mercy I to others show, that mercy show to me. No one should be ashamed to admit he is wrong, which is but saying, in other words, that he is wiser today than he was yesterday. Beauties in vain their pretty eyes may roll, charms strike the sight, but merit wins the soul. The way of the creative works through change and transformation, so that each thing receives its true nature and destiny and comes into permanent accord with the great harmony. This is what furthers and what perseveres. A person who is too nice an observer of the business of the crowd, like one who is too curious in observing the labor of bees, will often be stung for his curiosity. Whoever thinks a faultless piece to see, thinks what ne'er was, nor is, nor e'er shall be. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Anybody can become angry, that is easy, but to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy. You will never do anything in this world without courage. It is the greatest quality of the mind next to honor. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice he is the worst. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self.